2 of his stay in Germany, President Moon Jae-in laid out his action plans to establish peace and denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. The president also expressed his will to meet with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Our Hwang Hojun tells us more.
Ahead of his first global meeting in Hamburg, South Korean President Moon Jae-in addressed the audience at the Korber Foundation in Berlin and declared his willingness to carry out dialogue with the North Korean regime.
나아가 올바른 여건이 갖춰지고 한반도의 긴장과 대치 국면을 전환시킬 계기가 된다면 나는 언제 어디서든 북한의 김정은 위원장과 만날 용의가 있습니다.
The comment was made as President Moon laid out his vision for peace on the Korean Peninsula on Thursday afternoon local time at the nonprofit organization that provides a platform for discussion on current political issues around the world. President Moon also said that Pyongyang's actions were irresponsible, adding that the latest provocation was regrettable as it happened less than a week after his return from Washington, where he held a bilateral summit with U.S. President Trump. Moon reiterated that Seoul and Washington agreed to denuclearize the Korean Peninsula through peaceful means. He also highlighted that his administration doesn't wish the collapse of the North Korean regime, and thus he will not push for an artificial reunification. However, he condemned Pyongyang for pushing the limits.
북한이 올바른 선택을 할 수 있는 마지막 기회이고 가장 좋은 시기라는 점을 강조합니다. 점점점 높아지는 군사적 긴장의 악순환이 한계점에 이른 지금 대화의 필요성이 과거의 때보다 절실해졌기 때문입니다.
President Moon said a complete, verifiable, and irreversible dismantlement of North Korea's nuclear program will be the only way to ensure the safety of the regime. Moon also pledged to seek humanitarian and non-political exchange efforts with North Korea. Such efforts would include the reunion of separated families by the Korean War and inviting North Korea to participate in the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics early next year. The South Korean president also pledged to suspend hostile activities along the military demarcation line to secure peace and stability on the Korean Peninsula. Hwang Hojun, Arirang News.